Oh my God. Oh my God. What is going on in my life?
Oh, Vino.
What's up, Victoria? It's fucking, oh my God. Life is good.
Life
Life
is
is
good.
real good. Yo, you know, I want to tell the people at home, sometimes you're going to go through things in life and you're going to be in a real dark place. And the real key to getting through that dark place is push forward because you're going to love what's on the other side of this bullshit.
All the time. Every time.
Every single time you're going to love it. You're going to oh my God. Wow.
I mean, I'm eating a cookout quesadilla with
I
Chick-fil-A
saw
sauce.
that.
But with
I
Chick-fil-A sauce though.
saw that. I saw that I just looked at the tag you funny as hell, yo. I damn near was trying to talk to you in the video like, hey, grab me a honey mustard.
They didn't put my honey mustard in there, so that's why I
The
got a
honey
Chick-fil-A sauce.
mustard wrap is always hitting if you add cookout. I didn't know, you know what? I just found out on that cheer wine on the big cup. I didn't even know those were Bible verses and religious shit. I didn't know I was one with the Lord going to
With your wine, yeah, Lord.
you are one with the Holy Ghost when you grace the cookout. You get that little I love that they keep it cheap too. Styrofoam tray. That's it. No name on it. And some of them don't. Them shits look like they got them at Costco's.
Easy as Costco's. No, I believe it.
You told me those was purchased at BJ's.
I'm gonna let you have it.
You got it. And my food tastes banging.
Banging. I'm not.
All right, question. How many of those trays have you thrown out the window on the side of the highway while driving? Let's be real, y'all. Let's just confess some shit. How many? Look, it depends on what it is. If it's a wrapper and I can just ball it up, that should be going out the window.
Okay. I'm gonna say no. I haven't done any of that. Oh shit, this is good. Okay, because my daughter watches a little Indian commercial where it would be like the Indian crime, and I'd be like, "Oh Jesus!" So I don't throw out anything. I don't litter. Like I'd be hella mad at people who litter, bro. Like,
no, I had a girlfriend once, and her daughter used to look at me like that. Oh, you littering? You shouldn't litter. And this was when I knew I was about to break up with the girl. I looked at that. I looked at her daughter and I said, "Hey, if I don't throw this shit out on the side of the road, how else do your daddy get out of the jail every now and then?" I was tired of that little girl. She always was awake when I was trying to get some at night. She always, why is you still up at 12:30? Like you ever, fellas at home, you ever find yourself going to a girl's house later and later because you think the kids will finally be asleep by then? And then you're like, it's 3:47. Why are these kids still up?
shit, the one kid that's mine, me and the baby daddies, he left because she wouldn't go to sleep on time. He like, she don't never sleep. That's your child. You better duck and dodge in between. Mm-hmm. He was mad. So my thing is, bro, I'm mad. Because I don't get no private time from none of y'all. This is so good.
What you got, the wrap?
So any other time you see me in life, I'm gonna be like, no beef. Oh my God, no, ew. This is a cheeseburger quesadilla. I don't know why.
Look, that's valuable information right there. If you want to get somebody to try new food, put a lot of cheese on it.
Oh my God.
Put a lot of cheese on it. Cheese always fix it.
And then I get the cheese. I get the Cajun fry. I ate that already. That was in the cart.
Look, I be doing the chicken 3 ways when I do it. I get the chicken tenders, I get a honey mustard wrap, and I get some chicken nuggets. but I haven't had. Oh man, last time I had cookout was a minute ago though. I
But
should
I'm
go take a
fancy.
ride on the way. I should go take a ride on the way to this little move I'm thinking about making.
You should. I mean, cookout is one of them. Just it's equivalent because I'm from St. Louis, so it's equivalent to White Castles. Cookout and White Castles are your drunk food.
Yeah.
They are your. Even if you had 2 drinks and you just like, oh, I want to just be like, ooh, that's. I don't know what that. Ooh, but that's what I feel like. Cookout and White Castles are equivalent to.
Mm-hmm.
But
Motherfucking, that's what you got to do. Anytime you move into a new town, fellas, if you're trying to, and this is advice I give to people, if you're trying to find where the scene is, you kind of got to work backwards. You dig what I'm saying? So get up, like you ain't gonna know what to do the first Friday night, so you kind of gotta wait. You bounce around, but what you do is around that when the club letting out 2:30, 3 o'clock. See where all the people go to eat. Like drive around, look for the food spots that's open late night.
wrapped
See
around
which
the
ones
building.
was popping, and then chat somebody up there because they'll put you on to where they just came from. Oh, yo, it was crazy over here, yo, da 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 da. And then now you could be like, all right, next week I'm gonna check that spot, or you might even find out where the spot is the next. So you got to work backwards, work from the end result.
That makes sense. Like, why does that make so much more sense?
Because I be dropping this. Is what we do here on the most valuable podcast.
Like, yes, that's genius. Like for real, you be like, because even with cookout, when I first moved here, it was only it's several around the city, but it's only like 2 that you can go around and be like, the line be wrapped around the building. I'm like, what? But had I just, hey, where y'all come out from before this? Oh, man.
Look, I've been doing this party shit for years. I really was off the porch like 15 in a strip club.
Same.
Like in there, and they knew we was 15, but as long as we had some identification that said otherwise, they was good with it. We got money, we spend it.
It said differently. It said what it said, yeah.
Look, I remember after football games used to be crazy in high school. We all going to Paradiso. Paradisos was the spot. They was letting everybody in. You had some money, you could come to Paradisos. That was our little spot.
I didn't really do a lot of underage, like kicking it. Like even though I was a teen mom, I already. But that's probably that. But I was a teen mom, so at a teenager, I was like, man, I gotta be a mama. Da, 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 da. But now I'm like, there's somebody watching my kids. I can do
See, I tell you for a fact, if you was at some of them parties and seeing what them nasty little boys was doing, you'd be like, yeah, I know this old nigga. He an old nasty nigga. He was a young nasty nigga. Now he an old nasty nigga. Old nasty nigga.
I know a lot of those.
Years to practice.
I know a lot of those. They play at your cue. But
I know how to spot, the cues and like the check marks for when she might be dealing with BV and trigomonas and shit like that.
See, no, I noticed those because I was out one day and it was this guy, he was drinking water, and I was like, he normally drinks. And I'm like, we're normally a crowd of drinkers. And I'm like, and I went up to him, I said, look, I gotta know. You got an STD or you just not drinking? He was like, why I gotta have an STD? Because usually if you're on your antibiotics, you drinking water. And that's usually the girl, and the same thing for the girls. They be the ones that be like, I gave up liquor for 7 days. You gave up liquor because it don't mix with the water.
Because it turns, it kills the motherfucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
They making, you can't go by that no more though, because they making antibiotics that these people could motherfucking drink on.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I didn't even know that till the doctor was like, I had a little ear infection. And motherfucker, you know, I get swimmer's ear real easy. Like I could be in the shower and a little water get in there, and then now I'm irritable for 4 days. Like, so
You can't
I'm
hit one
taking a
of them.
little antibiotic, and I'm like, yeah, doc, you know, I got a good show coming up, and you know, it was one of them shows where they fly you out, they tell you can drink, eat all you want, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm about to get good and drunk. I got a spot to crash. I can walk from the show to my room. I'm getting good and drunk at this show, especially when it's over. So I need to, you know, can we stall out this shit? I'll just suffer for a little bit. He was like, oh no, you could drink on that. I was like, for real? He was like, yeah, it won't kill the active ingredient in it. I was like, oh, because that was always the rule back in the day. You can't drink when you shouldn't drink when you're on any medicine, really. That's just, you gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying?
Like anytime, only time I've given up drinking without being on having any antibiotics, I'm just trying to lose a little weight. So just it. If you ever hear me be like, Vino, I gave up drinking, I'm giving up for about 2 weeks. I don't have nothing. I'm just trying to drop weight for like that 2 weeks.
Trying to cut weight.
Just a little bit.
No, it's cool. No, I appreciate people who stop for their real reasons. If that's why you want to stop drinking, my nigga. I'm not gonna put no pressure on you to drink.
For right now, I'm gonna top that cookout with this champagne. This is like, I feel real fancy. That's when I feel real fancy too. I come home and I drink champagne after eating cookout. That's when you feel like
cold drink.
Yeah, it's like, look at this.
Oh yeah, let's salute.
Salute.
Man, look. I would like to raise my cup in honor. Like, I wasn't gonna say nothing at first. You know, Jerry Springer was a very sensitive topic.
He was.
But in true TV fashion, where you just like, oh, the plot thickens.
The plot fucking thickens.
A new video is surfaced of Jerry Springer addressing his black children and leaving them the majority of his fortune. To the dismay of his white children, obviously.
Right.
They don't know. They didn't know what the fuck happened. But apparently his wife knew that he had fathered children of the opposite race. She made him disown them in a sense, just not ever speak to them. I guess he provided for them, but he was never had any contact. And in his guilt, he said, you know what? Y'all didn't deserve that. Take everything I got. And bravo, because you know what? People are saying that it's fake. But even if it is, what else would we expect from Jerry Springer?
What else would we expect? I mean, honestly, he's the kind of person who would give reparations. Like, if he was still alive, he would hand them out. Like, hey, here you go. And if you haven't seen the video, it's the classicness of when he tells the white kids, I told y'all all your life, make your millions. Like, millions. That was basically
that shit tickled me. He's have to tell you this whole time, you got the resources, make your million.
Make your millions.
Y'all got a house. Y'all split that, and then they get the rest of it.
Everything. Simple. I don't expect nothing else. Like Jerry.
You know what? Even if it is fake, I want it to be real. Let's just live with that ruling.
If Jerry got to go out here on a high note, that's how Jerry go out. That's how Jerry. And then it makes me want to find a rich white man that is wanting to hide his black kids and have your babies.
I can hear him on his TV show. I wish this was his TV show.
Yo,
you think you're my only children?
Huh?
Well, we have some people listening backstage. Would you come on out?
And it's a team full of kids. Just be like,
Man, look, whew, I love it. Let's not
But
knock this one off the front pages. Let's really.
let's keep it going because no, it takes me back to I don't know. You probably don't watch the show. It's Queen Charlotte on Netflix. It's about the black queen, and everybody was like, "Nah, she ain't black. No, she was just like really different color, whatever." But apparently, in history, she was a black queen biracially. She had Moor's blood in her, which was black, and they try to knock her down, saying, "Oh, that wasn't true. Shonda Rhimes was just writing off the top of her head." But in this story, um, Queen Charlotte is like, "Look, I'm trying to get some heirs to the throne. I know my husband crazy, but my kids are having babies. They're just not they're not in wedlock." And I'm like, damn. So think about how many kids are literally probably biologically related to the throne, but because they were born out of wedlock, they don't apply.
That's the whole plot of Game of Thrones.
I'm trying to figure out who I'm related to.
Look, first of all, why you think I'm motherfucking gonna make sure my child is born in wedlock? Because I'm telling you, I know I got some African royalty in me somewhere. I gotta be like, this beard is too thick and full. It's like definitely Moroccan, North African. It's some Egyptian shit in there. And I feel like if I have a child in wedlock, that child might inherit a pyramid one day. Like, just you get the Sphinx, my nigga. That's you. That's your birthright. That's the Sphinx. It's all you.
That's some fire. Like, that's a way of thinking. But then I think about it too, like, why does it have to be in wedlock?
Because you can't have my last name no other way. Because without the marriage and the title of mother or father and like husband, like you can't take my last name. That's why brothers be having two different last names in this bitch. This is exactly why. Everybody in the house got different last names because mama was smashing everybody.
That's true because me and my siblings too.
She was married to him for a while. Then when they stopped kicking in.
Now, okay. My dad and my mom were married. That's what I'm gonna say. But everybody got mad at me at the last family outing because I called my brother, I called him a bastard because he said something about me. And I was like, you bastard. And everybody was like, that was really harsh.
I'm a bastard.
He's a bastard.
I'm a bastard. I was at my parents' wedding.
No, I'm not though. I was not even in the belly yet, I don't think.
But yeah, you official. You certified. Me, I was at the wedding with a little tuxedo short set, bow-legged shit, with the hard bottom shoe. You remember the babies had the hard bottom shoes? I was born in 82. My parents was married in 83. I still got motherfucking the matches from the reception.
This is how the Black community is, bro. My mom graduated 81. My brother was born in 81. Yeah. Her senior class picture, she got my brother in there. My grandma.
She gave somebody some pussy the first day of school. No, because if you graduated in 81 and you had the baby 81, that means somebody got some pussy over the summer, and then by the time you graduated, baby was out there. Or you gave somebody pussy the first day of school. And I ain't even knocking it. I'm with it, mama. Salute to you.
Shit, what did I do? No, okay, my baby was born junior year. So sophomore year, I was giving it up. And she was born junior year. Yeah. Right? I think. Yeah. And I found out when my grandma passed, I was doing an obituary, and I was like, oh my God. My mom was born in 62. My grandma graduating class, 1962.
So you saying teenage pregnancy is hereditary?
It's hereditary. It runs through the blood. But my grandma never told us. We was like, how you mean Papa? doesn't matter.
In high school,
I know.
first
I
day
seen
of
this man
school.
pictures back in the day. He was he was military. He was military at 17, at 17, 18.
Oh yeah, that's when niggas could just leave school, be like, you know what? I ain't about all this school shit.
I'm
You
gonna
ain't
join
need a GED, you ain't need a diploma. You just had to be
in the
willing to
service.
sign up.
Yep. And he was an orphan. So therefore
Didn't even
he
need a
joined that joint.
signature.
That was it.
See, and that's what I be saying about our generations nowadays, because we getting soft. We getting softer and softer. Like every generation we've been raising has been softer. Like somebody need to come in and just re-discipline all of us.
I believe that.
I believe that sincerely. Like even in this whore culture we've been living in. Like, no, because we could say it like, I'm not saying it in a shameful way. I'm just saying this is technically what we're living in. We're living in a whore culture. We like to over sexualize. We put money and finances on sexual terms. And even in that, y'all discipline is wrong. Like, whores be wanting to get all the money and do none of the work. What happened to being a righteous whore? Do the job that you were paid for. Whatever happened to those days? Whatever happened to fair exchange, no swindle?
But you know what? I think everybody got hooked on a Pretty Woman. It was certain movies that just gave everybody hopes. High hopes.
Don't pay more than what the pussy's worth, fellas. And ladies, stop pricing yourself out of the game. I've been thinking on this a lot. And this might just be the old pimp in me, and I might just be talking but there's been lots of talks around the internets and in these IG and social media streets about, what a fair price might be. Like, if women were to actually physically put a dollar amount and a worth on your sexual activity, what would that be? And I've been thinking on this. Wow. And I personally think that a woman's sex should be worth half her rent. Now, hear me out.
Based off of what mine is now. I'm gonna give you,
that makes you think, ladies, how you living. Because now that really determines what your worth is. Because if you living in a Section 8 and your rent $38 a month, you see where I'm going? $17? We doing all this for $17.
First of all, no. I'm a charge you market value.
Market value.
Look, I know I live in Section 8, but it would be.
But that is the market value for Section 8. Look at all these bitches in this market.
You don't include $19. You don't include my restrictions or my what's the word? Shit, I can't think of it right now. But you don't include those things. So if I'm living in what would be without Section 8, $1,700 a month. Give me half of that.
If it's Section 8, if it wasn't $38 a month, it was gonna be like,
but you're not gonna know that.
$50 a month.
You're not gonna know that.
But I would as soon as I see all these niggas in front. I'm like, yeah, nah. And mind you, when I say this, ladies, I mean like good sex. Not even though like, yeah, here just get it already. Like, it got to be the kind of sex where you feel satisfied after. You be like, you know what? That was well worth the money I spent. And if you're down for it, ma'am, I'd like to come back and set up another one. And maybe we can get you upgraded. We'll get you into a rental establishment where, it's like $18 a month. You know what I'm
saying? You know what?
Because I feel like that be missing. Like, women always talking about, oh, what this one won't do, the next one will. But when the next one find out that this one got it for the low, that's when he start acting funny. That's when he start acting funny. You ain't peeped that yet?
I'm gonna let you
Niggas
know.
is always gonna tell other niggas what they paid for some shit. And if it's some fly shit, they'd be like, if they got some dope Jordans, they'd be like, yo, you won't believe, nigga, yeah, I pay like a stack for these. You know, I'm out here.
Right.
But if he get a good deal on a car, something reliable, something he'd be like, yeah, you know, well, I was able to get a good deal, you know. They knocked about $6,000 off the price. So, you know, I had to go tidy that up right before they changed their mind. You know what I'm saying? He talked differently about what he values.
That's true. I will say
You know what I'm saying?
I will say I shouldn't have let my second baby daddy know how much my first baby daddy pays in child support. Because he was like, that's all he paid. Oh, well, you ain't try to get him like that. Well, he was also a child when we had our child. So I didn't go up. But once you grown, you got to pay grown man value.
That's valuable information right there, because we have to take into account inflation.
Duh.
2023 now. That happened 20 years ago, damn near.
Damn near. Milk is not the same price.
It's not the same price, nigga.
What my price was yesterday, it is not today.
Gum
Okay?
used to be 25 cents a pack now, nigga. I can't find nothing for under 55 cents.
Don't get a can of soda. You be like, that's why I drink water and champagne.
There was a dollar menu back then, my nigga.
Those don't exist. And if you do,
Those don't even exist no more.
No.
I can't, I really, outside of a pack of gum, I cannot readily name something that cost under $1.
Nope.
The Dollar Tree don't even cost $1 no more.
Not anymore. At this time, hold on. Wait. At this time, send us anything on our Cash App that you feel like we deserve, because my meals at Cookout are expensive. So
and I'm out here spending hella money on feet pictures, and I just I gotta stop going on the road telling these women what I like on stage, because when they start, man, look, this shit, help a nigga out, pray for me, I don't even know.
This is the point at the church time where you just
get the Cash App,
feel it in your heart.
Us, man. Look, we out here. Look, Victoria will send you some feet pictures. I'll send you some titty pictures.
Oh, I thought I was
this is what we're doing now. We switching up the role.
Okay, look. Okay.
She gonna send the feet pictures, and I'm gonna send the titty pictures. Man, oh, I'm high. How's your week been, yo? I feel like I ain't talked to you in a minute. I've been crazy, going through some wild shit, and you know, I be lost sometimes.
You was busy, and I was like, when Vino hit me, Vino gonna be ready to hit me. That's how I am with you.
It was fun this week. I had a lot of fun, you know. I'll be taking adventures, and you know, I feel this is some valuable information, or just some valuable advice. I advise everyone to lose their mind. Just like every couple months, just lose your mind. Just go a little nutty. Pause. I can respect that. Just go a little nutty. Talk to yourself. Just stay up real late, fast. You know, do a little sleep deprivation, get a little delirious, and just let your mind go.
See, but I don't know if I can do that. Like me, if I start talking to myself, somebody they'll lock my ass the fuck up. But I do feel what you're saying though. Like just get a little out of your range, out of who you are.
This is the depths of your personality.
Yeah, I respect that.
When you visit the depths of your personality, you understand. I'm gonna take a step back. What I've realized a lot, and has been weighing heavy on my mind, I don't think people like themselves. And you're beautiful people. Love yourself. You got great things to offer to this world. Why not give it to them? A lot of people don't love themselves, and they mess around with oh, I gotta keep it together so that no one knows. Lose your shit every now and then. Just yell at a nigga, yo, what you doing? Just
Yo, no, I'm kidding that. They remind me of my brother. He took us to a golf course and we was driving past and these people was getting ready to swing. He opened the window and go, yeah. And when I say that
throw
man face
somebody
was
else off
like,
their rhythm.
and we was, when I say my whole, everything was just like, oh, that was funny as fuck. Like I felt so relieved after that. I was like, why would you do that? That was so funny. Yo. And ain't nothing like taking a white man. You know, he was a white man. He was getting ready to swing that golf. He's like, I'm gonna swing it. He said, yo, the fuck, buddy, the fuck. Like that's all. And
You
instantly, I
gotta
was
do
like,
that.
I looked,
That's cathartic.
yes,
I learned that word from what I found out was a woman trying to gaslight me.
okay, big word.
You ever see, this is the shit you can't teach hood niggas, right? So I realized the bitch was using a lot of buzzwords on me and these new millennial phrases. And I'm like, she called me a narcissist. She said, I'm gaslighting. She said, I need to cathart. And I was like, bitch, that's all shit you doing to me.
Look.
You the narcissist that's gaslighting me, and I actually need to cathart. And motherfucking, you got to get that shit out. Like, I realized that I had some fucked up shit happen on my road trip this week. Now, for everybody, I went on the road this week. I just said fuck it and did said fuck. I'm going spots and I'm just pull up on niggas and say, yo, you got something I could do? Can I fuck with you? And then, you know, niggas was like, of course, get in this shit, nigga. And it was good. And I had fun. But on my travels, I found myself on the New Jersey Turnpike. And if anybody knows anything about New Jersey, and this is me as born and raised in New Jersey. New Jersey is for mobsters. Everything's mafia affiliated. Even the police.
Yeah. No.
So if you've ever driven on the New Jersey Turnpike, they got this shit where they only allow their tow trucks and their service vehicles to help you on the shit. So I done finessed the way through my roadside assistance. They're sending a company. I had a blowout on the highway. I was hauling ass. I was going from New York to Philly, go fuck with a club down in Philly, and tire blew out. But I'm like, you know what? I got roadside assistance. This is what we set it up for. And I knew not to call my AAA because AAA couldn't come on there with their tow trucks. I called a company in my roadside assistance that travels in cars. So it looks like it's like your cousin or something coming to help you. I'm sitting on the side of the road with a blown out tire and my cousin on the way to help. A state trooper pulls up on me. He walks past the blown tire and looks at my window and says, so what's the problem?
Sir.
You walk past, there's a flat tire right there. I'm sitting there with all my paperwork on the seat because like I was going through the number to call. I was finding the emergency number to call. Like I'm sitting there with a shit ton of papers, my ID, my like you don't even gotta ask for my insurance or registration. It's right here. I'm looking through it. So he goes back to his car. He said something, or I guess he's running my shit or whatever. I'm like, well, I don't even know why you're running my shit. Like, I got Virginia tags. I'm obviously traveling. It's suitcases and shit in the back. Like you thought you had a drug kingpin or something? Nah, you 20 years too late, my nigga. 20 years ago, this might have been something you would have got a promotion about.
Yeah. They would have had you up there with the pictures like.
Yeah. They had all the work sat right on the hood of the car. But no, you caught me and I'm just chilling now. I'm just really, and weed is legal. So disregard that blunt you see in the ashtray. You can't even do nothing about that. So he comes back to the car. He says, so what we're going to do is, you're going to do is you're going to cancel your guy, your cousin or whoever. You're going to tell him he doesn't need to come. We're going to have our people come and help you. And then you just pay them and then they'll get you on your way. I said, no, I don't have no money to pay them.
That don't sound right.
I just looked at it. I said, I have no money to pay. He said, what? Because this is what they do. They try to play on your ego. He said, what? You don't have a credit card or something? You don't have no money on you? Are you traveling? I got an easy pass and everything is taken care of already. I'm on the way to work. I'm not here, man. No. He's like, you can't put it on a card. You don't got nobody in your car. Like, no. They run a card with me, it's going to decline and they're going to be mad. He's like, so what I'm going to do is, we're just going to tow your car off and then we'll hold on to it till you can go. So I said, so you're trying to steal my shit. And then I started getting loud. So he looks me in my face. He's like, well, no, we got to get it off. This is a hazard. I was like, you know what? What's the problem? My people can't come on this road. So if I make it off this highway, I'm good. All right, cool. I'll get to the next exit. He said, you can't do that. I'm like, why the fuck can't I? Have a run flat tire. I only stopped as a safety precaution. But if you're going to put me in a position where I got to do some bullshit and then I murked off and I hope a couple rocks hit him. I hope some gravel on the side of the road fucked up his paint job on his car.
Okay.
But in that moment, and you know, Jesus got a way to work on you, you know what I mean? Because I love talking shit to cops. Like I said, I was feeling down. I had a little, like, my head was in a real weird place. I didn't know exactly what I was, but disobeying that cop, civil disobedience saved my life. And that is some valuable information, people. It's nothing that gets your heart pumping like giving a big fuck you to the police.
Like, yeah. No, I agree with that.
As I drove off on that flat tire, which wasn't a run flat, by the way, I destroyed that tire. But my nipples were hard. They were on fire for the civil disobedience. I was, yeah, I needed to tell. And I proceeded to go into the punchline in Philly and fuck shit up after that.
That's what you do. That's how you're supposed to do it. With me and police officers, I don't see the same. I don't see a value in them all the time. But when they see me, they be like, "Oh, you cute. We let you off, whatever." But I be like, "Fuck the police."
You wouldn't get no problem with the police, though.
I do have a couple of run-ins. I've had to go to jail at least twice in my life. It was some tickets on one time. And my other time was Mike Brown. I'm from St. Louis. So Michael Brown, who was shot, killed by a police officer in St. Louis, whatever. And people know that story. And the police officer getting off, whatever, is bullshit. But I was literally protesting that whole event, that whole task of, I was on, it was on CNN. It was times where people are like, well, how do you feel? And I was like, y'all know if I killed a police officer, y'all would know my name, my brother's name, my cousin's name, everybody related to me. And for that police officer, for the longest, nobody heard anything. And so I repeatedly said this on CNN. I said this all the time. And so New York Times has a picture of me and I'm like, my hands are up and I got like a Tupac shirt on. I was like, fuck, basically in my head, that was fuck the police. Like, what else can I say? But I was arrested for 14 hours and not fed anything. And this is probably the first time I told this story. And like, since that happened, in 2014, I have not told this story since then. It was the only other encounter I had of being in jail. Like, it was protesting for Michael Brown, for him being shot unlawfully by a police officer that they allege just whatever. And that just really drove me because I was protesting and I was talking about this tonight earlier. That's why I kind of it's in my mind too. But it was like for me to be only arrested this one time. I was arrested for like 14 hours, and it was a moment where I realized, like, damn, like y'all really don't care, because I wasn't doing anything. And that was, as far as it being a Black female relating to a Black man, I never could, because even then, had I just said, hey, my name is so and so, they probably would have let me off, because I was in there with a politician, or they thought I was a politician that had gotten arrested. And me and her kind of looked alike, and we had the same birthday. But for that time period and for that time, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stick it out. Da, 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 da. But when it came to me and police, and my mom was like, oh, you gotta apologize to the officer. Da, 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 da. Since then, I do not apologize. I will say officer. I don't say yes sir, no sir, nothing like that. But that encounter got me, it kind of got me, because it was like, this is what y'all got me on. Y'all got me on protesting. And I mean, since then, I've been stopped a few times. But like the one time I got stopped after that, though, it's funny, because I was like maybe 6 weeks pregnant. And so I was going like 60 in the 35. Kid you not, 60 in the 35. I was, yeah, I'm going home. Ain't no emergency. Ain't nothing happening. Police officer pulls me over. I'm like, oh, sir, I'm pregnant. It's the baby. And I pushed my stomach out. I was like, and he was like, I was like, yeah, I gotta go pee. And that's really what it was. He was like, I'm gonna let you go.
There you
Yeah,
go. That I gotta pee and I gotta shit. That'll get you out of a jam.
out of a jam. But
Valuable information. If you ever get pulled over by police and you ain't got no excuse,
piece of
put
shit.
that look in your eye like you really gotta go.
And women,
So sorry, I
if you
really
got
gotta
the
go to the
stomach muscle to
bathroom.
do it,
And you know what you're gonna have to do though? This is what you're gonna have to do. Because if that officer's a dick, he's gonna go back to his car, he's gonna take his time. He's probably gonna write you a ticket. You pee on yourself. You make it known on the camera that you peed on yourself when you get to court. And any judge in America will throw that ticket. He's like, yo, you really? Like, he really peed on himself because you start? I'm not giving no ticket for that. That took a lot of fucking humility to come in here and in open court on the record and admit the day and time you peed on yourself.
I pissed or shitted on myself.
Like, you gotta
Like,
admit the date and time you peed on yourself.
what you gonna do? Like, ain't no officer gonna be like,
Judge gonna take that out. Yeah, and then they gonna look at the officer. Did he urinate on himself? And the officer's gonna say, I believe so, Your Honor. And you didn't, right? And then that officer should be thrown off the force right there.
off automatically.
You still wrote the ticket, you still gave it to him.
You did, and you had the audacity to write this ticket, and this man or this woman pissed or shitted on themselves. It's the shit though. That shit, you gonna be like,
yeah, that's hard to prove. You're gonna have to grab a handful of it. So that requires a bigger dedication to it. You have to put a handful of it and then like throw it at the officer or something. Go to jail behind that shit. Do what you got to do.
You're sitting there like, if I'm here already, oh shit.
But was that your only time getting arrested? That's the only time you ever been?
I was arrested twice. So that for protesting unlawfully, they claim. And they had like guns pointed towards me. So of course I gotta go. But that was my first time. My second time was some tickets. And I had an accident. That's what happened though. Okay, so I had an accident. I bumped into the back of somebody else. And I was like, fuck. And it was like, so yeah, we gotta take you in. I was like, for what? And at this time, mind you, this color is purple, like purple, right? So just imagine a fro about this big, like we just massive purple fro. And I'm like, They were like, no, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm not getting out the car, because when I pull up to the jail, they were like, yeah, you got tickets for something that you didn't pay or whatever. I'm like, fuck. But when we pull up to the jail, it's court. So everybody's lined up. And I'm like, mind you, I'm not doing comedy at this time. I'm not famous. I'm nothing at this time. I just know I'm a bitch with purple hair. And I have a jacket tied around my waist. And I tell the officer, I was like, take the jacket from around my waist and put it on my head.
They always, yo, I don't mean it's not funny, but when women get their cuffs put on them, boy, you wanna see award-winning actresses. Oh man,
I was it. I say, sir.
Oh no.
He looked at me. He say, what? I say, take the jacket from around my waist and put it on my head.
I can't let him see my face. You thought you was doing a real perp walk. Yo.
And then it was like, well, since we got court tonight, you could be seen. I said, oh, I have to have the jacket tied around it has to go on my head. I'm sitting there like, sir, do you see me? I said, I am a Black woman with purple hair.
They've seen Wilder. They've seen some wild shit. I've seen some wild shit just being in the jail, like
just seeing it, yeah.
Just sitting. I was locked up one night. I was pissed off I was locked up because I was like, they about to sit me down for a minute. I knew I was gonna be in jail for like at least 3 weeks. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be here for a little. I'm gonna be here for a couple days.
No.
So I'm in there, and I got caught like late Friday. Well, it was like early Friday evening. It was like 7 o'clock. So I was still in the city holding. So some chick came in there and they had her on the bench. She was drunk, intoxicated in public. And I'm in the cell because I'm just waiting for the county run van. So I'm like, I'm just trying to get to the county so I could be like, all right, look, this is what the deal is. You know what I mean? Blah, 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 blah. So I'm sitting there and it's like, I've been sitting in there now like 3 hours, 4 hours. So it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night. This drunk ass chick, she's in there like on the bench and she's handcuffed to the bench. She just starts taking off all her clothes. She's like, that's why y'all want to arrest me. Y'all want to search me. Well, look, I'm going to search myself. And she just started taking off all her clothes. So, and this is the asshole in me, because even in a bad situation, I got a joke. I said, damn, I better take this show in because I don't know when I'm going to see some titties again. Because they had me on some shit. I didn't know if I was going to come home for real. I was holding it like a G, but I'm like, I might go up for a minute. So this might be the last set of titties I see. And she got butt ass naked right in front of the cell. They had me holding. I'm like, remember this, nigga, because in 3 to 6, this might be the last thing you seen. Right. And she had a nice little body too. That was the crazy part to me. I was like, niggas got to go to jail to see the fine women with the fine bodies. What are you? Them titties was nice and the nipples was perky, just how I like. She had a little bush though. She went real raw. She went real natural.
At this point,
it looked like it was healthy. It was like, it's the kind of hair you would want your son to have on his head. You know what I mean? Like just like a full, good palette for the barber to work.
But ain't nothing stronger than pubic hair. So just understand that.
And it was like in a perfect shade. It looked like a bath mat. It really did. It really did.
She was edging it up. She lined it up.
I think it grew like that. Like, you know how some people have a natural strong line? Mm-hmm. And if you just let it grow all the way out, you will see oh yeah, no, you don't even got to do nothing. That's what her shit was like. And I was just sitting in there looking like, because it woke me up at first. Because I was sitting in there, I was like, I'm about to start dozing off. And I heard her yelling, y'all just fucking with me. I wasn't even doing nothing. A bitch can't just have a good time on Friday night. Y'all just fucking haters. You know what it is? Y'all want me. y'all want me because I don't want y'all. You want to get me here naked and search me. I search my, and that's when she just started taking. I mean, she taking it off, and she took it off quick, and I was just like, okay.
Hey.
And then she keep doing the shit. I don't know why every chick who get drunk and get naked always like bend over and smack that. You can kiss my ass.
That's always
you can kiss my ass. They always do that.
That's the genuine, like, I'm drunk as fuck. So, and I think they came from like an episode of Martin when when Gina was at the allergic reaction, and she go, that was the initial reaction.
That was very, yeah.
So
that I forgot about the episode when she was real toe up.
She was like,
oh man. You gotta look, man. I lived a wild life, and sometimes you get arrested. It's valuable information. I feel like I gotta put out there to my brothers, and I don't want to, dampen your spirit or like make you feel like you have to have trepidation about it. Although it's impossible to not have trepidation about it.
Still trepidation.
But I feel like you'll be better armed in the world if you understand this. It's something I took on, and it could be a topic of a deeper discussion later. But as a Black man, I have had to realize that I'm probably going to get some handcuffs put on me. There's going to be an interaction with the police. Now, it's unfair, yes, but this is the reality of things. And I need to be prepared in knowing how to handle that shit, because you might go to jail for a night, but you're going to get out of it. It's a way to get out of it. And you got to be prepared and know what not to do and what to do and how to move. Yeah. And that's what I just always preach to my brothers. Just know that one day things can go awry, and it's a likelihood they'll put the cuffs on you first.
Yeah, sure.
And it sucks.
No, I'm gonna give you that. Like I said, being a Black female, we always try to be like, oh, we Black. Well, you know what they're going through. No. Black men don't ever go through what we go through. My brother is a Black male. Like, I've had where he was walking and they stopped him on some, oh, you fit the description. He never fit the description. So it's like, as Black females, we never gonna fit the description. That's one thing I will tell people, that we're never gonna fit the description. Matter of fact, I had my open mic tonight, and I seen a Black dude do something. I was like, he finna commit a crime. But as a Black, I was like, he was maybe running to go get an inhaler or something. Like, he was doing something different. But what I saw him doing, I was like, because I saw it doing another comic set, and it was a white girl running, and then he was running. I was like, but like, she was walking, and then she started running. And I was like, oh, he finna commit a crime. And I saw it, and then he stopped, and I was like, and I let him know when he came back in. I said, brother, I don't know what crime you was getting ready to commit, but I'm gonna let you know, as a Black man, I'm never gonna see you as committing a crime. Everybody was like, well, what about R. Kelly? He liked playing with toys. You know what I'm saying? They was like, well, what about Bill Cosby? He was a doctor. Cliff Huxtable is a doctor. He was administering medicine.
Medications.
So, so when it comes down to it, I'm not going to see y'all commit a crime, but at that moment.
Shit. I thought it was shit. That scared the fuck out of me. I was like, you got a home invader.
My home invader is my child. She probably looking like, bitch, get upstairs. It's time to go. But she's not gonna remember none of this tomorrow. She could be like, was I on
Oh, yes, you're famous. You're on YouTube.
You're on YouTube, baby.
Dozens and dozens of watchers.
But she's trying to say hi behind the phone singing. We see you.
And
She
that'd
was
be the
like,
crazy part about what you was just talking about, though.
no,
Because black man, that night I was telling you about where I saw the naked chick in the jail, I fit the description, and they fucked around and found some other shit, and it was like, oh, we got you. But I was like, my lawyer was good. My lawyer was good because he got me off on that fruit of the poisonous tree type shit. And he was like, your description called for a description of a male 5'9", 155 to 165 pounds. He said, would you please stand up? He said, Your Honor, this is my client. And I stood up all big and shit. He's like, so why did y'all stop him? Well, like we said, he fit the description of the suspect male, number one male. I'm like, that's that bullshit. That phrase alone is a fucked up phrase. Number one male.
Yeah, number one male. Yeah.
So now you're just looking for a black man. That's what.
It's no description other than black male. Y'all don't give a height or weight, nothing.
They threw out a lot of the shit, but I had to eat one of the charges, and that's, but it was cool. I made it out. Look, I'm still here. I'm free. I got my passport and everything. Shout out to anybody that want to bring me anywhere outside the country, because I might do it for a turkey sandwich. Keep it real. As long as you got the airfare and a spot for, maybe, as long as you don't put me in a hostel. I was watching Hostel the other night. Don't put me in. I'm never staying in a hostel.
Don't ever put me in a hostel. I
will not stay in a hostel. I don't want to stay. I need a room. And you know what? I hate to say it, but I got to say it like this. I need a room that is like in line of sight of a camera. Like, you have to be able to see me coming in and out of my room every night. I want to know that this place has a video of me moving and my whereabouts.
Because I will say that movie, like, I had tickets to go places, and I was like, oh, I'm like, where am I stay? A hostel. I'm like, oh, no, I'm not.
And they be getting that shit, because was that shit like $7 a day to stay there and shit? You just put a little change in the jar, and you can stay there.
Look, when they be like, oh, whatever your heart desires. Okay, here's this 14 cents today. But a hostel is legit, like, never when y'all got me in it. Like I'm like you though. Like, y'all gotta see, like, did we see her literally walk out? And then, how sometimes they be like, nah, this is fake. This is a Hollywood video it is. If I don't do like the James Brown dance or something to make it look like I left this place, like, you're gonna have to have like signature moves when you leave places. Like, nah, if she ain't do that move, if he ain't do that, that wasn't them.
I was looking at some shit where they was talking about, I forget, it was a South American country. I think it was like Peru or something, like, and they was like, they got this shit where they just blow some powder in your face like voodoo, and now you under the spell. And then you do whatever you suggested, like, hey, let's go walk over here for a little bit. And then the dude said he helped the niggas rob him. He said, there's video of me moving my shit out of my apartment. Like, I woke up in an empty apartment, and it's video of me moving my shit out. Like, they pulled up the truck. I helped them move the couch. Like, they took the TV. I showed them where the safe was. Like, he was like, yo,
You know what that remind me of? The episode of Martin when he helped Method Man rob him. And he was like, hey, yo, what's your name? He was like, Method, man. He was like,
man,
that sound like a robber.
Because he thought it was a prank. He thought he was getting this shit. You got the whole Martin box set, don't you?
You know I do it. Like, I love Martin. So it's like, I can tell you episode for episode, baby. If you give me a clip of it, I'm like, oh, that.
And I'm upset because I'm keeping pace with you, and I ain't watched Martin in a minute, but I've watched every episode of Martin. I feel like if you haven't, and this goes back to the previous conversation, the other episode, how did he not have a star on the Walk of Fame for this long? I'm really just like, this conversation right here just made me realize, damn, Martin really been that nigga for a long time.
That nigga, he's established motherfucker. Like Method Man, think about where Method Man is right now as far as acting. That's really where his career kicked off. He was not thinking about acting when he was playing a robber. Like, come on now.
He wasn't thinking about being a lawyer. It was never thought he could pull off being a lawyer back then. And look at him. Now he the best shady lawyer in the motherfucker. He's so good at acting like a lawyer that in the show, when he started acting like a nigga again, we were like, okay, that's the real nothing coming back. I thought it was a real. When he said, nigga, we killing everybody.
Instantly.
Okay, Davis McLean. No. Have you been watching Power?
I have, but I'm off like a couple of episodes.
Oh,
so
look, first of all, the rest of the season leaked. I've seen the whole season.
I try to stay off of, like, if I go on social, it's my other thing I'm searching. I'm searching other stuff just so shit won't pop up.
No, I personally think 50 Cent leaked it himself.
Yeah,
I think so. Allegedly,
I believe he's that type.
He's petty. He's done with stars.
Yeah,
I think he did it.
Oh, where we going?
You want to know? You all right?
Oh, okay. There's somebody with me in here, but they're like, okay, they ducked off. No, they don't.
I'm like, hold on, nigga. We gotta go talk to somebody. We gotta get the thing.
No, we already know who you are.
Okay, yeah, we know who it is. No, I'd be on Instagram Live, so I'm like, somebody in here with us, and then I'm looking on my screen like it's some typing. I'm like, it ain't even no comments. What you mean? I'm high. I've been drinking. The Lakers lost and shit. I'm so hurt.
Oh my God. The Lakers lost.
You ain't got to feel my pain, but look, shout out LeBron, man. Shout out. Shout out LeBron, bro. Shout out.
Okay, no, wait. Okay, I'm not caught up with all the basketball stuff. So is LeBron out of the running of getting a ring?
No, he's still in it.
Oh, so he's fine. Look, I'm ready for the dramatic end. Like, no, call me when a dramatic, like, wapa, like whoever gets the ring gets the ring. That's what I'm in for, because right now, I mean, I'm a St. Louis girl, so Jason Tatum is who I'm gonna run for. Celtics, Boston, that's what I am. But I've been even before Jason Tatum, I've been for the Celtics. We was talking about Kevin Garnett and Rondo, and like that's my Celtics game right there. You know, Kevin Garnett, call me right now. That's shocking. He's amazing. But no, only reason I mean, even with staying with the Celtics, Jason Tatum has created that. Like, that's why I'm still riding for the Celtics. So with LeBron and the Lakers, I don't care.
Look, I like the Lakers. I like LeBron. I like what he stands for. He's a nice role model for the people.
Okay. Take that out.
I like a good role model. Kids need. This is how I know I'm starting to be an old nigga, because I'm like, no, he's just really a good role model. He's out here for the community. I got nothing wrong to say about that brother. He's a champion. He's won. He's doing it right. And ain't no scandals. Now I hope he don't go the Cosby route. Speaking of, Mr. Cosby. As long as it's no scandals, because these scandals be coming out.
Like, I'm from St. Louis. So we had a young lady that was on our news station that came from Cleveland, Ohio. And it was alleged that, her and LeBron were mingling. And like, she all of a sudden popped up in St. Louis and pop, I'm here and I have a baby. And nobody ever really heard much about her. So I'm just going to say that I'm not going to say any scandals are on King LeBron James, because I know that's y'all king or whatever.
No, I didn't call him King James, okay? First of all. Let's say he's LeBron James. He's an upstanding. He's out here doing positive things. He's a good role model. He's a good image. If I had a son, I would want him to say, hey, if I can use that as the benchmark, I want to be like LeBron James one day. You got to work hard. You got to, if you want to do that, you got to take your jump shots. You got to stay good. You got to do your homework because you got to get good grades so you can get out there so you don't mess up your money if you want to get rich. And I could use that as a benchmark, because Daddy, he had a jump shot, but his knees wasn't built for 4 quarters. His knees was built for like some 6-minute spurts. You know what I mean? Like he do 6 minutes now, maybe in the third quarter get 6 minutes, and then end of the game at the fourth quarter, he might get another 6 minutes in. He might only have 4 at that time though, but he gonna try real hard. He gonna do his part.
I'm gonna say LeBron is, I'm not gonna say that he's not an icon. He is. If the chance was permitted, I would take it. But when it comes down to
have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. They better not let me hit this Powerball. Oh man, I'm going crazy. That's the only thing that stopped me from having kids. I know I'm gonna be one of them fathers that throw money at the problem. I'm gonna still be there and I'm gonna be good and I'm gonna come home at night, but I'm gonna just throw money at the problem for the most part. What you mean? Baby needs shoes. Well, go get the damn shoes then.
And that's it. And that's it.
Fuck you bothering me for? Tell a nanny to go change them.
Babysitter. Go ahead, take that.
Come on, we're going out of town. Take a look. That's why we built your mother a guest house in the back. Fuck, leave him with her.
Just saying. I'm with you. I think God knows that I'm not supposed to be rich and famous at the same time.
Rich and famous?
At the same time. I'm not supposed to be both. I'm supposed to be one
or the other.
Yeah.
You want to be rich and famous?
I want to be rich. Y'all ain't got to know me. Y'all ain't got to know my name.
Yeah, I know you.
If the case come to my door, be like, hey, Vino, it's been real. I've never had to have a mansion. I've been one of them people that, like, if I got a mansion, everybody living with me that I trust. That's it. Like, I can't have everybody living with me, but the people that I trust. So if I got like a 10-bedroom, 10.5 bathroom, hey, Vino, come on. You got a room? Just shut the fuck up. There's your bathroom. Leave me alone. But I'm not fucking with everybody.
I had the mansion meeting already when I started my comedy journey. Mm-hmm. My cousin was with me and we had the man. I said, look, this is the mansion meeting. Everybody at this meeting gets to go into the mansion because you was here from day one. It was just me and her. I said, everybody here at the mansion. Now, if we have another mansion meeting, we decide we're going to go. Everybody who at this meeting got to come. That's the mansion meeting. Anybody at this meeting can come to the mansion.
They get a cutoff. It's like, that's it. This is your key. You lose this key, you're done.
It's your ass. So don't lose your key.
Matter of fact, I got a keypad too. If you don't know that, you're done. Like nah. But I've always been like that. Like, even if I'm able to get like my own house, like beyond just a townhouse or whatever, it's gonna be like a 3-bedroom. I'm not going. People are like, oh, but what if your credit score? Nothing else. I need nothing else.
All I need is a bedroom, a little office/studio, and maybe something for a visitor.
That's it.
That's it. I'm gonna get a lot of shit though. If I ever became rich, I'm gonna have a compound. I'm gonna build a compound. I'm gonna have a big ass main house. There's gonna be a guest house. It's gonna be a pool house. It's gonna be a greenhouse. It's gonna be a barn because we're gonna have animals. We have
Yes.
goats and shit.
Get my chicken, my
Motherfucking
eggs gonna be fresh.
no, yeah. I'm gonna have so much shit. It's definitely yeah. We need a compound. We need acres. I'm gonna have. I want to have a lazy river built around the perimeter of my house. Like I just want my pool to connect to a lazy river too, and then I could just get in my little inner tube, smoke weed, and be floating. And it got a little speaker set up along the shit where you just got nice music, whatever the Bluetooth was playing. You know what I'm saying? And we just floating in a little lazy river all day. Nigga, man, that's so plush.
That's it.
I know it sounds childish, y'all, but I want a lazy river at my house. That'd be the best part of going to the water park.
The lazy river.
The lazy river. I don't need to shoot down a slide with some water at 45 miles per hour. I don't want to be in a tube with 12 niggas I don't even know, like, because we had to jump in there with extra niggas.
Nope.
I want to just float in my inner tube. Feel the little jets blowing. And little jets be crazy and keep you moving jets. Maybe one time it got me like I must have floated past a jet stream and like the way it hit my nutsack on the underneath. I think that's why I've been addicted to jacuzzis ever since. It's something about how them jets just graze across you. It's crazy. Look, I'm taking too much. Vicky, what you got? What you got going on?
For me, I'm just doing, my open mics, Haymaker in Raleigh. I have some other things coming up later in June and July, but I'm trying to wait till we get closer to say anything a lot about it. So,
I'm gonna tell you what. Before the end of the month, I'm gonna come down there. I'm gonna come fuck with y'all at the Haymaker, talk hella big shit, and we're gonna film a live episode.
Okay.
We're gonna film an in-person, both of us in one location episode.
Let's do it.
Talk about the Haymaker, and I've been seeing clips. Y'all been looking like y'all been having fun, and I like a good fun mic. You know what I'm saying? I'll see if I can pick up a gig down there. I got people down there so I can talk to them. Tell them, look, I come down tonight early, fuck with y'all, man. Da 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 da. Give them a little taste. I do a quick in and out. Do like 5 to 7 minutes, maybe 10. I give you a hot 10. You know, I could make up 10 real fast, and then tell all the motherfuckers come to the show tomorrow night.
There we go.
And then boom, we in the building. Okay. Motherfucker, we got to do that, man. Haymaker, man. Go check out Haymaker, Raleigh, North Carolina, man. Pull up.
All the cocktails. Baby. Superb. Anyway.
I want to meet this bartender, too, that you keep talking about, because if they get niggas fucked up how y'all say they get fucked up, I'll have my cousin hold me down on the couch. Like, nigga, you got to come through. Drive me over here and drive me back.
Have your spot. Have your spot on the couch. Have your spot on the couch. I'm just going to say that.
Well, that's how I bodied my brother last week out in Philly. But I'm a professional drinker and driver, but I had him bodied at the punchline last week. Yo, it feel good when niggas see you and they haven't seen you in a while. My brother ain't seen me since I started comedy. And he was like, oh, you funny? But you funny as hell now, bro. Like, you different. And it was like, yo, it felt real good. Like that touched my heart, man. So y'all can check me there at the Punchline of Philly probably like next week with Clint Coley and friends, man. He doing it every week in the month of May, man. And it's real talk, I might just be there every week. I wasn't there this week because I had to do some shit, but I might be there every week. Because I be having fun with that shit, man. That should be... I love Philly. Philly's a different type of town. Philly is a good crowd, man. If y'all ever get a chance to just walk through, get your cheesesteak. If you ain't been there, I suggest you go. A lot of history, a lot of fun.
Sure.
What else we got? Oh, Lick It Up Laughs, man. Look, we done got with liquor representatives in the area, and they said, yo, we trying to make you some special drinks. We want y'all to talk about this liquor. We want y'all to have a dope show. So they came at us, the good people at Campari, the good people at Jim Beam, and they was like, boom, Lick It Up Laughs. So I done employed the help of my brother, Smokey Suarez. So we doing Lick It Up Laughs right here in Virginia Beach at Seaside Raw Bar on Atlantic Avenue. Pull up on us, man, June 7th. Lick It Up Laughs, y'all. Smokey Suarez, hosted by Big Vino, man. We got some great features on the way with that. And you know, it's summer vibes in Virginia Beach. So, you know, June is the beginning of that summer season. So it's real nice. It's real breezy. Right down there on the ocean front. You get you some crabs, you get you some scrimps, some oysters and whatnot, you know, some scallops, all that good stuff. Those is the moves. So Smokey gonna be in the building with us on that, June 7th. I got some other stuff. Independence Day. Keep your eyes open for that. Some big names about to be announced to that concert, and I think you're gonna like what you see. That's gonna be July 2nd, man. Independence Day right here in Virginia Beach. July 7th, City Winery in Philadelphia. I'm spinning the block with my man Fun Size Spin. Look, man, the calendar's crazy. Look, I'm not even gonna tell you all this shit because I'll be saying talking all day. Go to ComedicTherapy.xyz. Get your wave on. Look, that's where you can hit me for everything. Big Vino Comedy on everything. At Victoria Said It on everything. Motherfucking Most Valuable Podcast. I think we about to start a Instagram page because y'all be fucking with Instagram, right? You guys on Instagram?
Yeah.
You remember guys like you guys on MySpace? we about to have the most valuable podcast page on IG and everything else too. Look, man, we love y'all. Fuck with us, man. Keep us as the most valuable part of your week. Right here for Big Vino.
Victoria Said It.
It's the most valuable podcast. Peace. Smoke weed when you wake up. It gives your day high hopes.
That part.